Vybz Kartel led a gang which was responsible for well over 100 murders. And we have been telling the country this for a long, long time.
You as a police commissioner come on national TV say you see this man here killed much people, but you never want to arrest him because people was protecting him.
Lie.
It was a bold and courageous individual who came forward as a witness, securing conviction and getting him sent to prison along with some of his cronies.
All of our checks throughout the trial proved that the witness had no birth certificate, no TRN. The witness was not on the voters list anywhere.
Where there's no eyewitness, there is no body, there is no forensic report, there is no DNA, nothing at all. Our man like a plus tampered evidence.
Tampered. Pure tampered, you know.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
What is up, my people? Welcome back to Kenny Hunter TV, and we have some updates as it relates to Vybz Kartel. Now we're gonna talk about what actually happened and took place in the initial stage of Vybz Kartel court case. But before we jump into the details, I really appreciate if you guys leave a like on this video and also subscribe to this channel so that way you won't miss out on the latest updates. We're gonna start off with the Commissioner of Police that actually went on national TV and explaining some situation in Vybz Kartel court case. He actually went on to say that Vybz Kartel is a leader of a gang that responsible for over 100 murder in this country without any hard evidence or any evidence at all that linked Vybz Kartel to a gang leader, or even to say that Vybz Kartel sent out orders for all these hits.
It was a bold and courageous individual who came forward as a witness and assisted us in building a strong case against Adidja Palmer, Vybz Kartel, securing conviction and getting him sent to prison along with some of his cronies. Vybz Kartel led a gang which was responsible for well over 100 murders. And we have been telling the country this for a long, long time.
When you make an assertion like that, the question is going to be, we're not seeing the charges. You obtain the conviction in relation, the conviction was obtained in relation to this issue, but you just made a very broad statement for which we haven't seen charges to support.
Because organized crime does something else, which is to conceal their activities and to take steps to avoid detection. And even when their crimes are detected, what do? They engage in witness elimination, witness tampering, jury tampering.
So he went on to try to clear up all the tampered of evidence as it relates to Vybz Kartel's cell phone that was in custody that they locked up in evidence room, how it was tampered with. He actually said the explanation for that is using the Jamaican general public as an example. Said everybody who own a smartphone can know that more time it just dial off, and that is the excuse that he went on with. And then further to state that the evidence hasn't been compromised.
The second one had to do with the allegations that a telephone, a cellular phone, which was in the custody of the police, was used to make calls. The call data, which was extracted in relation to this phone, showed that the length of the so-called call was 6 seconds. Anyone who owns a smartphone will know that in the handling of that phone, you can inadvertently dial off a number which is already on the phone. And that is the explanation which has been given to me as to what occurred. It wasn't as if the phone was being used to make calls and then those calls were tendered into evidence to implicate the accused. Nothing of the sort. But the point I want to reiterate is that nothing was done to the evidence. The evidence was not compromised.
Now I was wondering if this guy actually taking Jamaican citizens for guinea pigs. Now, sorry to say that, we all do respect, but let me actually explain. Now, 6 seconds of a call is enough to say that it's tampered with. For example, let me give you a perfect example about this. I'm not saying this is what they did, but I'm just gonna explain something to you guys. Now, if they want to link Vybz Kartel to the murder scene where they claim that Clive Lizard Williams was killed, all they have to do is go to that scene and dial that phone of Vybz Kartel for 6 seconds, of course, as they claim. And now what that's gonna do is, once the phone dial a number, it's gonna link directly to the nearest cell tower. And that cell tower, once that call went off and linked to that cell tower, they can pinpoint where that call was made from, the exact location. And as what they said, these guys actually went on to Digicel to get the metadata evidence from Digicel illegally. So you do the maths, that can simply put Vybz Kartel at the spot by just dialing that number. But what they are saying is that it's just a simple little mistake, but something is there that shouldn't be in there. So after that, a digital forensic scientist from the UK come into Jamaica to examine Vybz Kartel phone and proven that it was tampered with in major ways.
Now a comprehensive investigation by a certified British digital forensic expert casts doubts about the very authenticity of this evidence. In short, he found it didn't match up with a scientific reality.
So when there is a gap between the footprint, for instance, the video didn't have any GPS on it, and all other videos on the phone had GPS, had the metadata and the epoch times in sequence.
Dean Jackson Miller asked the police of commissioner, said, for instance, the police and the individuals that were handling Vybz Kartel phone as evidence, they dropped the ball, obviously. It was compromised. Should those police face justice? Should those police get penalized? The commissioner actually stated, no. We should thank those police for extracting Vybz Kartel phone data to bring in court for evidence. They should not get penalized.
Does that mean then that as far as you and the High Command would be concerned, there is no issue? Is it that there is no issue in your mind here of any kind of matter that would require a disciplinary procedure?
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not.
No. The police officers who handled the investigation of this case, and in particular those who extracted the data from the digital devices, did the analysis and presented evidence in court, should be commended with every opportunity, not condemned.
Despite having fallen down in this area?
They haven't fallen down. They have not fallen down.
Continue to assert that.
I continue to assert that nothing was done which compromised the quality of evidence.
Now we also have a little interview with L.A. Lewis, interview Vybz Kartel mother, and he briefly explained a few little things and speak on the topic. How can Vybz Kartel get sentenced, especially to life, along with his co-accused, when there is no evidence of Clive Blizzard Williams being murdered, no DNA samples, no body found, nothing like that, and there is no eyewitness as well.
If me sit down and me see now a man gone to jail where there's no eyewitness, there is no body, there is no forensic report, there's no DNA, nothing at all, or a man like a plus tampered evidence.
Tampered. Pure tampered, you know.
Pure tampered.
Yeah.
Not that's a tamper evidence, it's a tampered evidence.
Pure tampered gone.
So
with evidence, phone, and everything and everybody. So you can't put a man like that a person, man.
So you say that judge who lock up Kartel, he was unprofessional at that time.
Never like him.
I never like Kartel.
Never like him.
I will tell the truth, because you have to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Because remember in a moment now, look what we're going on, Mr. Rissa. If you as a judge know all these things and you still get a man how much years and still get him friend them so much years, that shows say you're wicked.
Wicked man, you never like them.
And then the police commissioner himself come on TV and said before the case, if Kartel do not go to jail, he not gonna resign. That shows say, has something plan up.
It's a plan thing.
Because all you as a commissioner say if a man don't go to jail,
you're gonna resign.
You're gonna resign.
And you say the man that kill so much clear that. So much man, and you wait until him don't kill off all the man them and gone to jail, get locked up for something else.
You know, say, with a whole heap of people that talk about that part that you know, Mr. Rissa. Yeah. You as a police commissioner come on national TV say you see this man here kill how much people, but you never want to arrest him because people was protecting him.
Lie.
That means
lie.
That means what
that is a lie. That means you and him used to do it then.
Yeah.
So you should have get locked up too.
Yeah, because that now is what you call it accessory now. Because you see a man and do something and you see him do it one time, do it 3 times as a police commissioner, you never go in one day for apprehend him and stop him.
Or send the police to stop him. That means he's a liar.
So my people, leave your thoughts and comment in the comment section below what y'all think about this. Now, coming June 18 will be the last decision on whether there will be a retrial in this Vybz Kartel case or he finally will walk free with his co-accused. And then please do remember to leave a like on this video and also subscribe to this channel so that way you won't miss out in the latest updates. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.